You gotta put some muscle into it. I know the table keeps moving. We'll have to figure out and maybe another option, but this works for now.
So you gotta keep working it until it starts to look like a ball.
All right.
Does mine look ball enough?
Yeah.
Wait, are you doing the steps?
All right, so I'm gonna push down and push out and knead it. We're gonna get all the air out of it. And we gotta remember, every time we mess with the clay, what happens to the clay?
It gets more like a ball?
Well, your skin is constantly absorbing moisture.
What?
And so since it's always absorbing moisture, it's taking what out of the clay?
The moisture.
Yeah, it's taking the moisture out of the clay. So
I guess that's
we gotta be precise with our movements. All right, here you go, Ray. Shape it, smooth it, get it into a nice ball, okay?
Okay.
You did a great job. Sorry, it keeps moving, guys. But... All right, Reese, let me see yours. We don't want to be done with this and start doing our pinch spots so we don't over dry it. Hey, Mom, can you grab us a spray bottle of water that we can use, please? In case we need it. So what is banging it? And
This is the only one we have.
that's fine.
It's gonna.
What am I doing here?
You're shaping it and helping the air get out of it.
Exactly. All right. So you finalize the roundness of it. I got mine. It doesn't have to be perfect, but get it as round as possible, okay? Try and make a perfect ball. All right. Guess we'll have to figure out what we're gonna call our art class. We have a fun, creative name we can come up with.
The creators.
The creators. I always like to use the imagination station of creation.
Yeah, but that's super long.
But it also rhymes. All right, that looks good. You got your ball the way you want it, Ray?
Yep.
I know they're a little bit big, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start our pinch pot. So once we got our ball, we're gonna have it in the palm of our less dominant hand. So if you write with your right hand, you're gonna have it in your left hand. If you write with your left hand, you're gonna have the ball in your right hand. But I'm right hand dominant. I draw with my right hand, so I'm gonna have the clay in my left hand. All right, are you ready?
Hang on. Yeah.
All right, so what tools are we using? Are we using hammers and shotguns?
No, we're using our fingers to pinch each
Our
other.
fingers, and the most fingers that we're gonna be using the most is going to be our index finger, our middle finger, and our thumb. So what we're gonna do is with our our index finger and our middle finger, we're gonna use them together and we're gonna start pushing at the top center. While pushing at the top center, I'm just kind of creating a little indentation. So we're gonna get a little indentation going, and then once we got a little indentation like that or something, see that? Yeah, you can go a little bit more, make it round. There you go. Okay, so once you got your indentation, you're gonna start grabbing your thumb and you're gonna start pushing in here. So the idea is, since we're making a pinch pot, is we're gonna pinch an opening. We're gonna make like a jar, you know, kind of like a bowl,
Kind of
but
like
more
this, like this, but bigger.
yeah. So start pinching in there, get in your hole, and then you're gonna use your other fingers. So watch me. We're just gonna start going around. You gotta rotate it while you do it.
Wait, are you gonna?
We're gonna rotate it while we do it. Rotating it will help keep your opening centered. And we're gonna use the outer two fingers, or our, pointy
that good?
finger. Yeah, that's good. So, just like that, we're gonna start and build some walls, but we're gonna slowly build an indentation like a volcano at the same time.
Like this?
So you're using your pointy finger and index finger to shape the outside walls, but we're doing it at an angle so we can keep the opening small. We want to keep the opening small, not wide. It's always easy to create a jar or a bowl that's super wide, but we're gonna try and do it slowly and finesse it. So we're just gonna be pinching it and rotating it. So why do you think they call it a pinch pot?
Because you pinch it.
Exactly. So this is the very first thing that I was taught when I was doing clay class. And so this is a great project to start out with. So see how my opening is getting more deeper?
Like mine?
Yeah, remember to keep your opening small because you can always make it bigger at the end. So to help do that, you'll do it at an angle like this. And then we're gonna slowly pinch like that. We're gonna do something like that. Okay? You all are doing great. Mine's still small, we'll keep going. And then, all right, so one other tip we should probably know what we're going for is we're trying to have a wall that has a thickness about 1/4 inch to, you know, not quite a 1/2 inch. We don't want it super thick because in the kiln, what we're gonna bake the oven in to harden the clay won't be able to do a good job. We need it about 1/4 inch thick or so. Keep going. Don't worry about getting the clay out of your nails. We'll do that at the end, okay? You're just gonna keep getting dirty and it'll be part of it. That's why we put on our fun clay clothes. Like this is my apron I've used for years. And so here's mine. I'm slowly getting an indentation in and still building the walls by pinching. All right, that's good.
It's not getting too big.
Yeah, so what I would do, since it's got a little cracking and roughing, I would smooth it over. By smoothing it over, I'm just moving the clay over and kind of keeping it smooth. And this kind of helps unify the walls too. The other thing is we don't want one part to be super thin, the other part to be super thick. So you got some thinness over here and some thickness over here. Let's try and balance it out. So moving it around, you're doing great. And the cool thing about clay is if you mess up, you can always tear it up and do it again.
Now I know why you said you can turn this into a cup. Oh, it looks like a cup.
Yeah, so we're gonna, how's yours coming, Ray? That's awesome. Keep pushing down. We're gonna, see we got all this thickness to go. We're gonna want the hole to go all the way down to there, okay?
Okay.
So just keep pushing the best that you can. Look at you. There you go, I got you down a little bit further, okay? You might have to use your whole thumb because I gave you a big piece. And then just pinch and rotate.
I'm working on smoothing mine out. Do you think mine's good?
Yeah, it's looking great. I think you guys are doing good.
I think I'm going to smooth mine out.
All right, and then I almost pushed through it, so I almost made a hole, so I had to smooth it over on the outside. We don't want to do that. So I guess after a little bit, you're going to have to really feel the clay and feel how much distance is between your thumb and your forefinger and middle finger, and that will kind of give you an idea of how thick your walls are. Yeah, keep going, man. You got a lot of clay, so what you can also do is you can start pushing out the center and try and make it like a round pot, like one of your mama's flower pots or plant pots. So yeah, exactly.
So why do we need this?
Okay, so if your clay starts cracking